No, hold on. Now, yeah, done. Welcome,
Uh,
guys. How are you?
Fine.
How are you guys?
How
Good
are
evening.
you? I'm fine, and you?
Nice.
Very well.
Very,
Which
very
one?
well. Well,
I
guys,
don't know you.
welcome to this chat, Marvel versus DC. This is the second chat actually we
Some,
have
some,
about
some.
this. Thank you for the introduction. Please let me know if you can actually see my screen. That's important for this chat because I have actually three slide shares to show. So please let
Yes,
me
I can.
know. Confirm you can see it.
Can
I
see it.
can.
Everyone can see it. Andres, Jorge.
Yep.
Yes, but changing over and over. But I don't know.
Um. mm, mm, mm.
All right. Well, then if
That's
you
it.
perfect them, if you can see it, then let's begin. Welcome to the chat. Today we're going to be talking about Marvel versus DC, two major publishing houses for comic book stories, and that essentially is the main topic. As many of you know, both major houses are now currently holding great cinematic cinematic projections, meaning movies actually going along, going out. And the truth is, comparisons between the two are unavoidable. DC traditionally has been the ancient and certainly the first house to post or publish comic book stories. Marvel actually came along after, yet today Marvel is in many ways leading the whole box office affair. Most of the greatest hits in the box office at the cinematic universe of the superheroes actually are coming from Marvel. We're going to be discussing this and many other things, but first, let's introduce yourself, guys. Please let me know your name, age, career, and if you like Marvel or DC. And please volunteer. Don't make me go tyrannic.
Okay, I can start. Hello, guys. My name is Wonder Woman. My name is Catherine. I am 21 years old. I'm studying medicine at UCB, and I am Marvel team.
All right, Marvel. Who's
But
next?
I'm Wonder Woman.
Yeah, of course.
That's not.
Anyone?
Okay.
Gentlemen?
Hi, how are you? My name is Jorge. I'm 22 years old. I'm studying mechanical engineering at the USB, and I prefer Marvel than DC.
All right, all right. Who's next?
Well, hello. My name is Andres Montoya.
Hi, Andres.
Hello. I'm 22 years old. I study mechanical engineering at USB too, like Jorge.
How old
Well,
are
I
you?
travel far from away.
Andres?
Hello. Okay.
I didn't hear the last part, Alpha. I'm sure you say Marvel. Anyway.
Yes.
And the last one.
Roraima.
That's not me, that's my mom, okay? I'm Melissa. Hi, Melissa Ibanez.
Ah, okay.
Oh, hi, Melly.
Ellie, I was thinking,
Hello.
who is Roraima?
Sorry,
Right.
it's
We were
because
worried.
they log in like with my mom email, not with mine. But I was like, I don't gonna change that. So
Yeah.
I'm Roraima. Okay, I'm 22 years old. I study medicine at UCB. and I prefer Marvel, so I don't know what are we gonna discuss because we are all Marvel.
That is true. We have a problem. Marvel has already won.
Yes, first.
Anyway, let's begin with this. Let me know when you can see the new presentation I'm showing you.
Yeah,
I can see it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can see.
Perfect. Let's break down the whole thing with Marvel versus DC. And let's do it with numbers. That is a good actually way, that's a good way to start discussing something. The first thing we need to know. DC is actually ancient than Marvel. DC came first, it was founded first. Is currently owned by Time Warner, one of the greatest holdings in media nowadays. It has 794 superheroes and moreover like 10,000 characters. There are 25 live action movies DC has launched. On the other hand, we have Marvel, which is currently owned by Walt Disney Company and has a total number of superheroes of 934, more than 30,000 characters, and 32 live action movies. This is actually a testimony of how actually Marvel is in many ways going faster than DC. Despite the fact that Marvel is younger, they have more characters, more live action movies, and more heroes. You're going to find out this a bit later. But here we have going down. Until now, we have the top grossing superhero movies from both sides. Technically, The Dark Knight are part of the DC universe, although Time Warner says is not officially part of the DC universe, thanks to Nolan saying this is only mine, basically. But they are the two main high-grossing movies in the DC side. The Dark Knight with $1 billion and The Dark Knight Rises with $950 million. The Avengers franchise, all of the movies that have launched, including the 2012 edition, the 2015 edition, are all grossing over the 1.5 billion. And the Iron Man movie is also the second largest success the Marvel franchise has had, which all of the Iron Mans are over the $1 billion in box office. Also, we have another uncommon references. Spider-Man. You remember Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire that a lot of people hate. Yeah, well, it happens to be one of the highest grossing movies Marvel has ever had, believe it or not. Sadly, I can tell. And this is a fun fact. You know, there are actually three major issues in comic books, of course, where Marvel and DC have made crossovers. One was made in 1966 with Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man. And another one was made in 1979 with the Avengers versus the GLA, the Justice League. The last one was made in 1996 with the DC, the whole crew of superheroes and supervillains, standing against Marvel in basically kind of a major war. It actually was called like that, DC versus Marvel war. So there's a lot of people who are actually waiting this to be adapted into a cinematic movie anyway, but we'll see. Who you think it will win on this one? Let me guess.
Well,
I think that's gonna happen when Disney buy like DC, because that will happen because Disney will have everything in the entertainment aspect. Or I don't know, they will make them friends. Like, come on, they're all friends. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it'll be boring if they actually make them friends.
Oh,
I want blood. I do want blood on this one.
But I think that it will win Marvel because, I don't know, in the movie of Justice League, they were like, oh, come on, Superman is the only one that can fight, and please, Superman, come and save us. And it's like Superman is the only one that
So
is really
ridiculous.
fighting. But in Marvel, they have many superheroes, and they are like really powerful by themselves.
Yes, because in the sea, like you have to, they have all their hope in Superman. I mean, everything in Superman. Batman.
You, you know, one of the major critics a lot of people make to DC is that aside Batman, all of the characters they have built are incredibly plain. I mean, they all are like absolute figures. Superman is a perfect boy who is basically indestructible, for instance. That's an example. In the other hand, you have in Marvel all the opposite. All of the Avengers are actually, if you split them, if you don't have them together, the Avengers are actually defeatable. I mean, aside Hulk, you can beat them all. But it's the fact that they are standing together what makes them so powerful. So, what is your opinion about it?
Oh, well, I think if there is a war between them, well, in my opinion, it will definitely win DC, because what you said before, Superman and all of them. But well, yeah, that is my opinion. I think that only Superman can beat of the thing, all the things of the Marvel thing.
All right, it's valid your first answer.
Well, I think the problem is that, for example, with DC, we can't see a deep story in their characters. I mean, uh, okay, you can try to put Wonder Woman, Batman, could be Superman, or the Superman that is a super Superman because he's a perfect guy. That's it. If you uh, ex- if you change Superman, or I don't know, you kill him, really kill, uh, all of DC die because depend of one character and perfect character, and that is so predictable.
Yeah.
Another hand, this Marvel have a story that is I don't know, developed with many careful. That is a history. Oh, sorry. That could be, I don't know. It's like a constant story, and you can see in all of these characters different personalities, different problems. Could be, I don't know. You see their origins. You can see, you can try to identify with a character with you. I mean, for example, I love the personality of Captain America, but I, I I can say that I know who how is, for example, Thor, because in Marvel you can, um, yes, you can share with the characters in all these stories. With DC, no, because DC is like a, I don't know. I need to solve off the story. Well, I need money, and you know, DC here, and Justice League is here, and that's it. And well, it's very plain.
I think I think the thing. I mean, let me put it in this way. I actually was a fan of a lot of characters and stories from DC. In fact, I still consider that in terms of development, the characters that DC brings along are actually way more complex in many ways than the ones Marvel has. But the thing is this: Marvel began first to create its cinematic universe. I mean, they start like I don't know. I think it was like 2006, 2007. They basically were already thinking and built a major franchise. So they were going slowly, building the story of each one of the characters and then putting them together progressively. The thing with DC is that they start late, and I think they are rushing up. They're not taking the time to develop the characters.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're not taking the time to create the world on which they are settled, which by the way is fictional. This is actually an interesting point. With Marvel, you have the real world. You have New York, you have Los Angeles, you have the real world. But DC has fictional cities. So that also makes complicated to bring them together and to build a real scenario. So I think that's the great problem with DC. In his cinematic universe, they're rushing up and they're not actually trying to take it seriously. They're just like Andre said, they're just trying to compete with Marvel and to make as much money as you can, and that is sad. I mean, I didn't know, for instance, I didn't know Tony Stark and Iron Man before the movie came along, and after I saw the movie, I fall in love with the guy. I can honestly tell you. I mean, the guy for me
Like
is my favorite. Is my favorite superhero from Marvel. I mean, I can't. What can I do? But that's part of the story. I mean, he's someone you can identify. He doesn't have superpowers. He just has his brain and a suit he built. That's it, and
Exactly.
that's something compelling. Also, I love Lucky. By the way, I like that guy too.
But which is your favorite? I mean
The
the
favorite
franchise.
superhero.
Exactly.
My favorite superhero from Marvel is Tony. Is Iron Man. From DC is Batman. I love Batman as well.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I don't know. Who wants to talk?
You were talking.
sorry. That is, Mariano, but if you love Iron Man and Batman, that say that you love the money.
People just
Exactly.
And powerful people
say the
with
same. They're
much
multi-billionaires.
money.
Their superpower is
I
basically
with powerful
they are
and money.
billionaires.
That's true.
Oh well,
Okay,
what can I
okay.
tell? It's true. I don't have problem admitting that. I like money. Who doesn't
Okay.
like
And
money?
the power.
It's awesome.
In any case, let's go with the movies, the cinematic movies. You were talking previously about the Justice League. Your opinions about the movie. I have to say something. I think I have high expectations about this movie when it came up. I was utterly disappointed when I saw it because first the villain was a shit. I have to say it. Second, the whole idea that Melissa just said is true. They actually team up because they are supposed to go against the villain because Superman is gone. And the only possible solution they find to fight the villain is to bring back Superman.
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
I mean, what's the whole point?
Well, I think the problem is so deep because with the Justice League, well, I grew up with Justice League. I love so much Justice League cartoon when I don't know in 2002
Yeah, I saw it as well.
you can see in Cartoon Network. I love that series. The Justice League could be a better group of superheroes than Avengers because actually is a most knowing the Avengers. We know Avengers with the movies, but Justice League that have the I don't know the popular.
They were the most famous team. I mean, they were
Exactly.
they were the team we all knew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And well, what is the problem with the movie? I think it's a problem with I don't know, with the screenplay, because the story, all the story in DC in the movies are so plain. There don't have a story that you can see. Whoa, it's different,
You know,
or I don't know. Is you can tell me that the story of comics the another way. No, it's very simple and I don't know. It's like a well, it's like a Fast and Furious. It's yeah.
yeah, like that. I couldn't
Let
have.
me see. Let me see. I want to see. Oh well, superheroes fighting.
I mean, I had you. Which one of you? Oh, well, did you all saw Batman versus Superman?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes.
I had a lot of expectations about that movie as well.
Why?
And when I, well, essentially because it was Superman and Batman, I was saying, all right, maybe they, I mean, we were, remember DC wasn't so advanced at the moment. We only have Superman, the Man of Steel before, and the Nolan trilogy of Batman. That was it. There was nothing else. And I
Mm.
was saying, well, maybe let's have a little hope. Perhaps they handle this well. The thing is, when I saw the movie, they tried to do so many things at the time. They didn't do anything in the end. They, for example, they had the chance to play with the whole theme of Superman being a figure that is close to God, that is really problematic to have such a figure flying free along the world with no real political or state intervention. Those were a heavy, serious amount of debates that you could handle there, and they didn't do it. They just wanted the two guys actually kick their asses. That was it. So yeah, I was disappointed for that.
And you know that, well, I think that anyone, I don't know, nobody was to the worship of the superheroes. I think I was the only one.
Yeah,
Of,
I didn't go.
okay, because they were talking about that nowadays they are more like Marvelists because because of the movies is basically because the older people has like the comics, the series that they have on TV, the animated series, and they grow up with that. But we grow up with Marvel, so that's why we prefer them. Because if you ask people that I know 50 years old, 40 years old, they will still like, oh my God, it's Superman, it's Batman, because they also had like a impact in the society, like Wonder Woman with the feminism, the Superman, and all those things. I don't know. They had an impact on the society, but that society is not us. It's our fathers. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I think so. But in my case, for example, for instance, my dad love so much Iron Man, and he likes the character.
Because
Uh,
he like the
his dad,
money.
huh?
Because he's
Because he
like the
has,
money.
yeah, and he is so
money,
funny,
money,
Like
money,
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 yeah.
money.
and he's so funny and so real, and he don't worry about what he will say. I don't know. I think so. He only said that he want.
The thing with what Melissa is saying is, for me, is that these guys, the ones who were the Justice League, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, they were like myths. I mean, they were like gods that were essentially the traditional superheroes, those that everyone knew, those that were the most famous, the mainstream heroes, and they have been there for so long that I think the movies actually failed to live that myth, to live up that myth. And I think that is probably one of the major problems they're having. They're trying to build movies who are easygoing, casual, who are just fist fighting, who is just heroes crushing villains, and people is actually expecting more from the Justice League. I mean, you can actually expect that from Marvel
Yeah.
because that is exactly what you're looking for when you are going to see a Marvel movie. Something light, simple, and funny, but it's not what you're expecting from DC. I don't know if you're following me.
Yeah, yeah, follow.
Yes, of course.
Now, the thing with the Avengers is what?
What?
Sorry, I was doing something. I want to talk about something about Wonder Woman. One
All
second.
right, all right.
That I like, but at the end,
I don't
was like all the, I don't know how to say in Portuguese.
Melissa, are you okay?
Yes.
How you say in Portuguese?
We can hear you
In
now.
English.
I can hear it, but you sound like Robotin. I don't know.
Like.
Ah, hi.
Hello.
Fine.
Wait.
Can you hear us?
You move from the
Oh, she's fallen.
Well,
Well, sorry
Yeah.
for her. Let's continue. Let's see if she comes back. Now the Avengers. Like Andres said, the Avengers were not actually as popular as they are today. The movies were the reason that they became so popular. Now, I have to ask you, which one of these guys you like the most? Well, we have two girls as well.
Iron Man and Captain America first.
Can you just choose one?
So,
Well, my favorite character is Star-Lord from Guardian of Galaxy.
Really?
Yes, come on. I love the
I
zoom
prefer Andres.
with the
Andres, you have a second chance to rectify. Really?
why? He's a cool guy. Star-Lord is the I don't know, is the Guardian of the Galaxy and is the captain of the stars. And I know he is very simple character. Well, his father was a planet, and I think he was some powers, but generally is a interesting character. Is a very funny character. Um, I loved the music of Star-Lord.
You had to be kidding me. All right, I can live with the answer of the music. I can live with that. Jorge, what's your favorite character in the Avengers?
Iron Man.
Why?
Because he has a lot of money. He's brilliant. And what else?
And the
No.
power.
So let's be honest. You like Tony Stark because you want to be like him, right?
Yes.
Right.
Like you, Marianne. So,
I'm
That-
trying. I'm
that-
building.
well.
I'm building companies for that. I'm doing my best.
Jorge and me are mechanical engineering. That is
Exactly,
the most common alter ego.
Yeah, but you, Andres, despite being a mechanical engineer, like Star-Lord.
Well, Star-Lord could be something like mechanical engineering in the space because
Yeah.
well, he repaired the ship and there is well, have a group in the space.
Sure. Let's believe you. What
Come
about
on,
you?
he's a funny guy.
What about you, Kathy? What do you like the most?
Are you ready to say it?
Ah, yeah, you said that either Tony Star or Captain America. You mean you
Yeah.
like both the Brahmins? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me right?
Hi, Melissa.
Yes,
You
yes.
come back.
We can hear you.
Yay.
What were you
I like
saying about the Wonder Woman before you actually
and
You
choose?
sound, you, Melissa, you sound like, hello.
Yeah, something like that.
sorry, was a demon. I don't know.
All right. So, what were you saying?
That I didn't like the end of the movie because it was like she was a really powerful woman and everything of that, and at the end she was like, I need to feel that the man is trying to take off my power, and was like, oh my god, no, sorry, no. Like
Huh.
at the end she need the man. It's like no, no, why? That's horrible.
All right. Quite a feminist appreciation from you.
Yeah.
Which character?
She was talking about Wonder Woman, but she hasn't selected a character from Avengers.
Okay.
And what is your favorite character from the Avengers? Melissa.
I like Black Widow, but I think because I feel like how you say I don't know. I don't know because I always am like the girl in a group of guys because I have a lot of male friends, so
So
I
you
feel
feel
like
identified.
identified as the word. So and I think they have so much potential, and she should have her movie and everything. So I think that she's underrated. I don't know. I
You
think
know,
they. I don't know.
I actually like a lot the way she does everything. In the Winter Soldier, she basically is the one leading the whole thing because Steve Rogers is a dumb who basically does nothing but punch things, and she's basically the one who's thinking, and that is a good thing. I mean, that is something I appreciate a lot in a character.
Hmm.
But she's a woman. That's happened. Oh my god, I hate this word.
I love this world. Anyway, anyway, this is a tricky question. If you could choose any of those characters, either the Avengers or either a member of the Justice League, to save you, only one, which one would you choose? I don't know. You're in a situation of danger. You are being kidnapped by Maduro. I don't know.
Hmm.
Hello, is there people alive there?
Okay,
Yes.
if I'm kidnapped, maybe Superman. I think so. I think it's the most powerful of these superheroes.
Exactly. In the case of DC, I choose Superman, of course, because he's a perfect guy. It's the
And
only one in DC.
exactly, and if I can, maybe Hulk. I don't know.
I wouldn't trust
Well,
Hulk to save you. Not so sure.
Ah, well.
I
I
mean, he might as
choose.
well tear you apart in pieces.
Oh, Superman. I think so.
All right. Let's see what the girls have to say about Kathy. Which of these characters would you like to rescue you?
Okay, in that situation, I think. Okay, in that situation that you said, I think I have to select.
You're thinking a lot. I mean,
I
it's not
mean,
so hard.
if I if
What?
I if I have to be the superhero, of course. And I don't know, Wonder Woman, because she's a powerful woman and she has a like aptitude. I don't know how to say that in English. Aptitude,
Attitude, yes.
attitude, yes. Okay. And you know, she's like imponent.
Imponent. Well, yeah, she's imponent. She
That's
does.
true.
She does make you feel like you were a loser, indeed.
Exactly.
How about you, Melissa? Which character would you like to rescue you?
I want a team formed by Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, and the
She,
Justice
she
League.
wants
I mean,
all the
she's
guys.
only one.
She wants
Exactly.
all the
Only
guys.
one.
I don't want.
Only one.
I want Thor. Oh my God, he's beautiful.
Only for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
basic.
hi. I'm a. How you say the woman that is in danger?
A
I don't.
damsel in distress.
Yeah, a damsel in distress. Sorry, I don't like this feminist now. And a damsel in distress. Please rescue me. Thank you.
The hell with feminines. I actually would really enjoy to trust my life to Black Widow with all my heart. No problem.
Of course.
All right, all right. Let's see one more thing. Which of these two houses do you think is selling more comic book stories? We already know which one is making more money from movies. Which one do you think is selling more comic book stories?
Marvel
No,
because
comic
of
book.
more presence.
Yeah,
No, comic book,
stories.
DC.
Both.
Who says DC?
Jorge Gre- Jorge,
What?
no, Andres.
I say DC.
DC,
Alright. Andres, Jorge, and
so-
Melissa believe DC, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Right?
And Catherine, you're saying
I don't know. I think Marvel because has more characters. No? I don't know.
well, you're not going to believe me, but actually, the one who is selling more comic book stories, Marvel. They,
Yes! Ha, ha, ha.
they actually have 31% of the market today. DC has a 29% of the market. They're the two
Oh.
main houses, but it's actually true that Marvel is selling more comic books today.
Can you repeat, please? I don't listen.
That it is true that they're the Marvel and DC, there are the two great houses, the great two publishing houses. But the one who's leading is Marvel. Marvel has a 31% of participation in the market, and DC has a 29%. And you know, actually, that might have a lot to do or to be because Marvel has more superheroes and therefore has more comic books going out than DC. That's the main reason.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Yeah, right. And this is a survey that they launched in 2010 about the most popular characters in both universes. The number one in Marvel, actually, against all the odds, was Spider-Man.
Oh,
Can you believe that?
no.
What?
Yeah.
Of course, yes. Spider-Man,
Of
the comic of Spider-Man is very famous and very solid.
And in DC, the most popular was Batman. And actually,
Of course.
what truly surprised me was Doctor Doom. This guy is the villain of the Fantastic Four. And I actually didn't expect him to be so popular. I actually didn't believe it at first.
Well, the situation with that is that in Marvel, you can see a great villain. I mean, all the villains in Marvel are so ridiculous. And well, Doctor Doom is, well, it's not bad.
Actually, you're right. Marvel has a problem, and that problem is the villains. I honestly believe they could do so much better with the
And the
villains.
and the problem is
The villains. The only villain I like from Marvel is Loki. That is the only one. The rest of
Which
them
one?
are what?
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel. The only villain I like from Marvel is Loki. The rest of them are
Loki.
shit. Yeah, I don't like the
Well,
rest
Loki
of them.
is like an anti-hero. It's not a villain. It's an anti-hero because it's like a well, he
Yeah,
can
well,
help the
he's the
heroes.
brother who wants the throne. What can I tell you?
Exactly. Well, I think for me, in my knowledge, the only one that I can say, well, that is a big villain is Wilson Fisk in Daredevil is a villain in Daredevil. That is a awesome villain. But another one, I don't know. Could
I
be
don't know.
Thanos.
Well, the thing with Thanos is that I haven't seen the movie, but Thanos is just the type of villain who wants to destroy half of the galaxy and that's it. I mean, it's not something
Exactly.
profound. In the other hand, I do have to acknowledge DC has a great amount of villains. They do have a lot of villains you can actually understand. I mean, for instance, Lex Luthor is someone you can actually understand. I mean, the guy is saying, "Hey, we have an alien who has super strength, super speed, super light forces, and the damn guy is going around. Really, really, shouldn't we doing something about that? Is you have to admit the guy has a point.
I think
What, Melissa? You went back to your robotic voice.
Robot Melissa.
we love
Whoa,
in
whoa.
sound,
more
I say,
the villains
what
of
are you?
DC. They were wait a lot about how was the movie.
Hold on. Can you repeat, Melissa? We didn't hear. Oh, damn. She's still gone again. Well, that is such a disappointment. Anyway, what do you think, guys? Is there any villain you like from Marvel or DC?
Hmm.
Well, in DC, I think the most popular principal villain is Joker.
Well, of course.
Um, could be the villain of Superman,
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor, but not this Lex Luthor because he's ridiculous too.
I hate that
Um,
guy. I have to say it. I have to make it known. I hate that actor.
Hi,
Hi, Melissa. Again.
now
Are
you
you
hear
alive?
me? Yeah.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. I think that I like more the villains of DC than the actual superheroes because I had really big expectations about Suicide Squad, but it was really bad. Okay, but I think the villains in DC has like a really nice personality. I don't know. They're bad, but they're like funny and
I mean,
like the Harley Quinn and but I met with him. I don't know. I like the villains more than the superhero or
I
Poison
agree.
Ivy. I don't know.
I agree with you. The thing is, for me, for a villain to be good, I actually need to feel that they have a point. That they're doing what they're doing because they strongly believe that's the best thing you can do. I mean, for instance, in the Nolan trilogy, the first villain we are present is Ra's al Ghul. And Russell Gould is saying, I'm going to destroy this city, Gotham, because it's a corrupt city and I have been doing this for years. That's how we keep balancing humanity. I can understand that. I mean, I can actually process that idea. You know, that's something important for me. But what I cannot understand is, for instance, who saw Thor 2, Thor the Dark World?
What?
Which one of you saw Thor the Dark World, the second movie of Thor?
I didn't see it. I didn't watch it.
I don't remember. I don't remember the name. So if you ask with the name of movie, I don't know if I see it or.
Maybe you can show us an image on the internet.
Anyway, the point is this. In Thor the Dark World, the villain was an elf named Malekith. The guy barely said 2 words all over the movie. I cannot understand. I mean, you cannot believe it.
Mariano,
What is the
who is the character?
Malekith?
Mariano, I don't listen to you. So,
Hello.
No, but this sound.
Hello.
Okay, yes.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what I'm saying, there are villains in Marvel that are utterly useless, and I love actually a lot of the villains from DC. I love the villains from DC way more than I love here. So yeah, I agree with Melissa. What do you think, guys?
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Are you alive?
Yeah, but I couldn't hear you really well. Well, we were talking about the most famous villain.
The villains. Is
The
there a villain you like from Marvel or DC?
what? I couldn't hear you.
Is there a villain you like more from Marvel or DC? Any villain?
Yeah, that is. I can't remember his name. He has a green hair and he's from Batman.
The Joker?
Exactly. That is.
Are you kidding me? You didn't remember the name of the Joker?
Yeah, I forgot it, but
You're a
I
blasphemous guy. How the hell can you forget the name of the Joker?
it was song.
Yeah, the Joker
Yeah.
in English.
Well, that is.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I think it's really famous, and well, I think that it was really good for me because his intention in the on the movie was like only a funny intention, uh, only what bother Batman, and he always was good. I love it.
Yeah, I think there's no single soul on Earth that actually does love that good. So, yep, I feel you. What?
Oh my god. It's something that is feeling really bad.
Yes, but I don't know who is.
Yes,
Mariano.
Mariano, I think it's your microphone.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on a second.
Oh, we don't know why are you doing that? Yeah, turn off your mic.
Okay, Matthew.
Now can you hear
Mariano
me?
is driving.
No.
Hello.
Strange noise.
Mariano, can if you put up the The microphone, the headphones. I mean, without.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Here. Can you hear me?
Better.
Yep,
Better.
it's better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, basically, we are going to finish the chat now, guys. We already covered the whole thing. I have to give you a couple of instructions before you go.
And we,
First,
and
you
we
will be
already covered
receiving.
all the time.
What?
And we already covered all the time.
Yeah, at least you want to keep speaking. I don't know.
No. I don't
All
know.
right.
Okay.
Then we're done.
Well,
You will be
the
receiving the
Monday.
Google form with the with the list. You have to fulfill every data you require there
Thank you.
and answer the questions. That's
Easy.
how we're going to validate you were here.
Okay.
That's it. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say?
Well, if you see Infinity Wars, you enjoy it much. And,
I'm going to Monday.
I'm going on Saturday, so I hope
Saturday.
no.
Saturday is
No.
okay.
No.
if you say before of other people, remember, Thanos demands your silence, please.
Ah,
Thanos demands your silence. Means do not spoilers.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Bye, guys. Have a nice night.
Bye,
See you
Mariano.
guys.
Bye.